Hello, my friends. I am Dr. Bree, Doctor of Physical Therapy and founder of Fusion Fitness. And you know I'm all about core and pelvic floor friendly workouts. And today I have a fun one for you that's perfect, especially for when the weather outside is maybe a little bit cruddy and you still want to do a nice workout that's really going to get your heart rate up and work on your endurance, your cardiovascular fitness, weight loss, weight management, and for those of you who may want to ease into a jogging or running program, this is going to be a great way to kind of ease into that in a way that's really gentle and easy on your pelvic floor. So perfect for those of you with mild to moderate prolapse who are thinking, well, I want to start running again, but I'm not sure if I'm quite ready for it. I think this workout's really going to be cool for you to help you kind of tease out if you are in fact ready. So I'll keep talking, but let's begin with the warm-up. So march in place. Now, what I want you to understand is that even if you are not quite sure if you can handle this, if maybe you're feeling like your core, your pelvic floor is still pretty weak, if you're still working on strengthening and really working on awareness of these core muscles, then you can follow along. And if the exercise, the interval that I'm showing you seems a little bit too high impact for your body, and if it's not working for you, then I have an inset video that you can follow along with. I don't have one right now, but if you look at the inset image when the time comes, you'll see an option that just brings it down a level and should be fine for you to participate in, even if you're not quite ready for the medium or higher impact moves. So we're going to be doing intervals of 30 to 45 seconds of higher impact moves, and then we'll come back to a marching in place, just a really low impact thing to kind of bring the heart rate down, and also to give our pelvic floor and core muscles a time to just kind of breathe a little sigh of relief. Now for this video, I am going to have you engage your pelvic floor and your core before the higher impact intervals. Again, this is for those who are really kind of just starting to ease into that progression of getting back into running, getting back into higher impact activities. So that's why we're going to be engaging first before the 30 to 45 second higher medium impact intervals. So let's take a stop from our marching in place, and I just want to focus on how to engage the core from the pelvic floor on up. I like to call this zipping up. And what we're going to do is marry it with our breathing. So right now, take a big deep belly breath, expansive belly breath down into your pelvic floor, down into your pelvic bowl, let everything expand, and then exhale and feel everything gathering up, lifting up, and your belly drawing in. All right, let's do it again. I'll show you from the side. So you're going to take a big expansive inhale down into your pelvic floor, down into your pelvic bowl, and then exhale and lift and gather in and up. And you see how the pelvic floor, well, you can't see this, but the pelvic floor is lifting and the lower abs are gently drawing in. Now, we don't want to make this happen with our rib cage, so you want to also feel like your ribs are, knitting together a little bit. You don't want them flaring forward. So just keep a nice tall posture as you do this breath. Let's do it one more time. Inhale down into the pelvic floor and exhale, lifting, gathering up the pelvic floor, pulling the pelvic floor muscles gently in and up, pulling the lower abdominal area in and up. And now, of course, we're still going to breathe, but you are going to breathe a little bit higher up into your chest just for this isolated period of time while we get our bodies used to doing this higher impact activity. So again, this is how we're going to start each round of the medium to higher impact intervals. All right, so let it go. At the end of this whole routine, we're going to do some really nice core strengthening and stretching just to kind of finish up. So this is a great total body workout. All right, are you ready? Let's go ahead and slow down the marching in place. Widen out your steps. Take a deep belly breath in, and then exhale. Zip up your core, hold it nice and strong, and breathe steadily. Let's jog in place. You'll see that I'm not wearing shoes. Now, if you are planning on jogging outside with shoes, which is probably what's gonna happen, even if you're using the minimalist footwear or barefoot shoes, that kind of thing, it's a great idea to actually be wearing shoes right now inside your house. Now, if you're accustomed to working out without shoes, like I am, then go ahead. You don't need to wear shoes. It's not a problem. I love not wearing shoes actually, because it's a great way to really exercise and strengthen and stretch all of the muscles in my feet, and also just to really work on my proprioception, my body awareness, which is really important as we get older. We want to keep that proprioception strong and these nerves and muscles firing, because that's going to help us with our balance. So it really kind of depends on what your needs are. If you want to exercise in your shoes to help prepare you for going outside on your run in shoes, then go ahead and have shoes on for this workout. If not, if you're just trying to get a good cardio workout, get your heart rate up, and exercise your feet, then do it barefoot like me. Okay, now hopefully you are kind of, gently gathered up through your core this whole time. Let's go ahead and slow it down now. All right, go ahead and march forward, march back. I like to widen out the stance a little bit. Feel that kind of almost a stretch of the pelvic floor. Let everything go. Let everything go. The worst thing we can do is to keep everything tight and clenched all day long. And so I want you to focus on that difference between the gentle engagement during your high intensity intervals and then just a release. Just let it go. Bringing that heart rate down. All right, now you're gonna see that I'm gonna get out of breath. One great thing about me talking is that it's certain that I'm breathing the whole time, that I'm not holding my breath. So while you're probably not talking, please be sure that you're never, ever, ever holding your breath. All right? Let's get ready for our next interval, which is gonna be kind of like a pony, little dance move. Let's go ahead and breathe in, breathe out, gather up your core, zip up nice and strong, hold it, great posture, and we pony, we pony, we pony, we pony. So it's a hop onto one foot and a pointing of the other toe, and kind of an external rotation of this hip. Externally rotating. So make sure you're nice and engaged through the core. And if you want to add some arms, up and down, up and down. Anytime you bring your arms up over your head, you're bringing your heart rate up even more. It's great for cardiovascular fitness to bring your arms up over your head. If this is too much, you can bring them up to the side or maybe out to shoulder height level, but really get those arms moving in some way to bring your heart rate up even more. The more you move your hips too, the better this is for your body. So really get the hips into that external rotation. Right now, right now, right now, right now. Keep breathing. Keep your core very gently engaged. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it all go. Let the core go. Take a deep belly breath. Really breathe loud and proud. You want to get that oxygen pumping throughout your body. If you're an essential oils user, have something diffusing in your room, like peppermint that's really energizing and stimulating, or the respiratory blend that doTERRA offers called Breathe. It's one of my favorites to really help you open up the airways, get that oxygen moving throughout your body. March forward and back. Deep breaths. Swing those arms. And our next interval is going to be another jog. Widen out your stance. Feel your pelvic floor open just a little bit. Relax, release. We want everything nice and relaxed. And now bring your legs together. Deep breath into your pelvic floor, into your pelvic bowl. Exhale, lift your pelvic floor, gently pulling your low abs. You're zipped up and strong. Hold it. We're gonna keep breathing though. Jog in place. So every other interval, we're gonna jog in place and then we'll do something more fun, just to keep things interesting. So swing those arms. If you're in your room, you can jog around your room. You don't have to jog in one place. You can jog around, you can jog forward, you can jog back. You can really swing those arms. If you're more of an athlete that really wants to get your heart rate up, you can kick your bum. And I mean, you can really make this a lot. You can make this a lot of work. Do not hold your breath. Keep breathing. If you are not wearing shoes, like me, try to really feel the integrity of each and every step. Really feel your foot rolling up and rolling down, rolling up and rolling down. Feel that your ankles feel really strong and steady and firm. You're not letting your ankles flop inward, roll inward. I find that my right ankle wants to roll in. It's just the way my body's built. So I have to really have integrity with every step down. Make sure that I'm really keeping that ankle strong without making my foot and ankle super rigid. So it's that marriage between strong and stable without being overly rigid. Same thing with our core and pelvic floor. We want these core muscles and pelvic floor to be engaged and supportive, but not be overly rigid. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1, and march it out. Deep belly breaths. Bring those arms swinging to keep that heart rate, still up there while we slowly bring it down. This back and forth between the elevation of your heart rate and the lowering of your heart rate is so great for your heart health, for your cardiovascular fitness. So important. So just know you're doing a body good, and you should be getting a little light sweat, at least I am. All right, widen out your stance a little bit. Doesn't have to be a fast march. Feel that opening, that release of the pelvic floor. Deep breaths. Now let's bring it back to the middle. And this time we are gonna do 4 to 6 wide legs and then 4 to 6 close legs with quick feet, okay? So take a deep belly breath and then exhale. Come on up, zip up, nice and strong. All right, here we go. So nice and strong through the core, we go wide legs, out, and then in, out, in, keep going, out, in, quick feet, light on your feet, keep breathing, really move those arms. Light on your feet, keep breathing, strong through the core, lifted through the pelvic floor. Quick feet, light as a feather. I like to really focus on the exhale. Really get those arms moving. Great for your outer hips and also your inner thighs. Come on, let's do a couple more. One more, got it in you, one more. Whew. Okay, march it in place. All right, bringing that heart rate down. After we got it up, we bring it down. We also breathe deeply into the pelvic floor. Let everything go. If your booty was was it tense? Your hips were tense? Try to just sort of shake it all out, let it go. Let everything wiggle a little bit. It's a good thing. Now widen the stance a little bit, but not in a working style, more of just a relaxing, almost rocking side to side style. Let it go. Some of y'all might find my breathing obnoxious because I breathe so loudly, but I do so partially to give you permission to breathe loudly too. It really is important. Your posture is so important for core and pelvic floor fitness. Your breathing is so important for core and pelvic floor fitness. Okay, let's go ahead and bring the legs in. Big inhale, and then exhale. Zip up your core nice and strong. Hold it, and then still breathe, but it's a little higher now. Jog. Like I said, every other interval we'll go back to jogging. Just picture yourself outside on a country road. Again, if you want more of a workout, then really go for it. Kick your booty, really pump those arms. Remember what I was saying about the integrity of your ankles. Try to make sure that your ankles aren't rolling in, especially if you're wearing bare feet, no shoes. It's really important to think that your feet are nice and supportive for your body. Running is an exercise that you have to know. You're putting a lot of pressure down through your knees, your hips, your knees, and your ankles and feet. It's, 2 to 3 to 4 times your body weight every time you come down. And so it's really important that you ease your way back into running and do things like this interval training right now, rather than just go out and do a 5-mile run without preparing your body for it, preparing your joints for it, and really being aware of taking care of yourself. Running is a great exercise, but it can injure you if you're not careful. All right, let's go ahead and come back to our lower heart rate. So marching in place. And our next round is going to be a little bit like that wide leg and then close leg, fast feet. But instead we're going to go out, out, in with our legs. Out, out, in. We're going to do one side, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll do the other side leading. You'll see. Wide legs, release the pelvic floor. Deep belly breath. Now release your pelvic floor, inhale, and then exhale, gather everything up. We'll go out, out, in. Strong through the core, we go out, out, in. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. Really punctuating the out. Punctuate that out. Punctuate it. Really get it out there. And remember, we are going to do the other side, so really focus on the going out to the side. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. If you want some arms, keep breathing. Maybe bring the arms up. It's going to be even more. Star arms. Really get those knees high. High knees. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and walk it around. Gonna come forward and come back. And there's nothing better than getting your heart rate up, especially when it's gloomy and cold outside, rainy, windy. It's nice to know that you can still get a great workout inside. Wide legs. Really swing those arms to keep the heart rate, slowly coming down, not just crashing down all at once. That's why you never just want to stop. You want to always keep moving. Relax through the pelvic floor. Now, we go inhale and exhale. Rather than the jog, we're going to do the other side, out, out, in. Ready? Out, out, in, out, out, in. Punctuate that out. Punctuate it. You should really feel it on that outer hip. Let's think about those arms. Or my favorite, star arms. Really gets the heart rate up. Still engaged gently through the core, pelvic floor and low abs. Still breathing, really focusing on the exhales. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Whew, this is such a great workout. Our next round, we're gonna jog. But of course, take a minute to just march in place. March it in place, swing those arms. Slowly bring the heart rate down. I am sweating. I hope you are too. I hope it's not just me. Okay, wide leg march. Feel the openness, the release of the pelvic floor. Again, we never want to be rigid and tight. We want to have that full range of motion. Your pelvic floor, just like any other muscle, can relax and it can contract, okay? So let's go ahead now, shake it all out. Inhale, expand, exhale, gather in and up, and let's jog. So, remember, if you want more, you really get those butt kickers happening. Maybe just try it. Even if you didn't do this before, try it now. Try to keep your body in control, always in control. Focus on something in front of you. Really keep your eye on the prize. Strong pumping arms. Lean forward a tiny bit just to see how that feels. Just play. Now be a little more upright just to see how that feels. But make sure your back is not arching like this. We don't want that. Keep breathing. If you want to just make it a nice, easy jog, that's fine too. About 5 to 10 more seconds. Nice bouncy feel, and slow it down and march it in place. You can march it forward, you can march it back. Obviously, you do not need a lot of room for this workout. You can do it in a couple square feet, really. Our next move that we're gonna do is a jack, a jumping jack. Now these definitely are not for everybody, so if it's not for you, then you can check out the inset picture, the inset video, and you can bring it down a notch. But the crisscross jack is one of my favorites, where your legs are going out and then crossing, out and then crossing the other way. So we're gonna do that next. It's a great way to really work your inner thighs as well as your outer hips and gluteal area. All right, wide legs and back together. Deep inhale and exhale. Lift the pelvic floor, gather everything up, hold it, and we go jumping jacks and crisscross. Crisscross jacks. I've done this in other videos, so you may be familiar with this move. Like I said, it's one of my favorite total body workouts. Really wide arms, get those arms moving. Maybe even try to touch your arms overhead. Oops, I just got off kilter. It's a lot to talk and do at the same time. Keep breathing. Wide legs going to crossed over legs. Switching each time. From the side. Four, three, two, one. Oh my gosh. Okay, marching in place. You guys are getting all my huffing and puffing today. All right, we're gonna have a jog. Will be our next interval. And then after that, we're gonna do kind of what I feel like is more of like a ballet quick switch. So kind of like the jumping jacks we just did, but your legs are never going wide. They're going just staying close together. That's coming. All right, but first we're gonna have a jogging interval. I hope you guys are having fun. Wide legs, release, rocking it. It should almost be gentle, like rocking a baby. All right, slowing it down. Now bring the legs together, deep breath in. Exhale, zip up your core, nice and strong. Gentle lift through the pelvic floor, gentle pulling in of the low abs. Make sure your ribs haven't popped forward. We want to keep everything engaged and in line. Jog. Now again, picture you're jogging down that country lane. Beautiful trees all around you. Sunshine overhead. At least that's what I like to picture. You go to your happy spot. Maybe it's on a beach. Maybe it's in the forest. Maybe it's in the city or at the waterfront. Wherever it may be, go to your happy place. And if at any time your feet, if you're wearing bare feet, if at any time you need to stop this video and go put shoes on, go for it. If your feet start to feel tender, then you need to grab some shoes, some supportive footwear. It's really a personal preference, and in many cases, you really need to work up to doing full workouts without shoes if you're not used to that. Now remember that if you want more, you can absolutely get those butt kickers going. Really get those arms swinging, but I'm gonna keep it at a more manageable level. About 15-20 seconds left. I am not going by any clocks, just my own internal clock. That's the beauty of working out. Listen, ladies, the thing is, and men, if men are watching, there are no rules. There are no set in stone rules. It's about knowing your own body. So you can make up your own workout just like this. You don't have to have a timer. You don't have to have a clock. Just have fun. All right, let's go ahead and slow it down. March it in place. March it forward. March it back. Because it's me and it's Fem Fusion Fitness, we're gonna do a few hip circles, just a couple in each direction, because the next move is quite challenging. This is the little march again, march again. This is going to be the little quick switch. I kind of think of it as a ballerina move. So that's what's coming. And if you don't like it, remember, there's no rules. You don't have to do it. You can do something else. You can just jog again. But we're gonna give it a try. So let it all go. Bring your feet together, take a deep breath in. Exhale, gather everything up. Quick switches. So we go switch, 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 switch. You're up kind of on your balls of your feet. And for this particular move, my hands are just at my waist because honestly, there's a lot to think about in this move. Although it's not a big move, it takes kind of a lot of control and a lot of work with your lower body. You're having to do little tiny switches. And for me, I can't really do anything with my arms at the same time. This is a lot of work for the feet and ankles. And like I said, it's not gonna work for everyone, and that's okay. 4, 3, 2, 1, and march it out. Oh, you're gonna feel that in your ankles, your shins, your outer lower leg area. You're gonna feel it everywhere. Hopefully in a good way. You know, we never want pain, but waking up your muscles is actually great. It's a wonderful thing. So pain is never okay, but kind of a, I don't know, discomfort, I guess, from muscles waking up that are not used to being worked is okay. If it feels wrong in your body, however, don't do it. It doesn't matter how much of a guru you're following, how much of an exercise guru you're following. It doesn't matter if the person is a doctor or a world-renowned personal trainer. If it doesn't work for your body, don't do it. Wide legs. However, by don't do it, I don't mean sit on a couch and never move. I mean find an alternative that works for your body. Close together legs. Now, big deep breath in and exhale. Engage your pelvic floor and core, and let's jog. So we're almost done, guys. Now you'll know that if you're following my channel, if you've been following my channel, you'll know that I have a ton of playlists. So you can go and look at all of my playlists from over the years. I have really enjoyed creating a whole bunch of videos for all of you, and I have a whole archived stash of fun workouts that you can try and just experiment with. A lot of people will ask me to give me recommendations for them, and I can't do that because I'm not you. So it really is a matter of looking through what I have to offer and experimenting and playing, but always listening to your body, tuning in, and do what feels like it's working for you. And if it's not working for you, then stop. Find another one. My aim with Fem Fusion Fitness is for you to improve your body awareness to the point where you don't need me or any other fitness person to tell you what to do. You know intuitively in your own body what feels right as far as a level of progression, as far as what feels like it's hard enough to challenge you, but also not so hard that you're injuring yourself or injuring your pelvic floor. All right, about 10 more seconds. Remember, you can be making this harder. You can be butt kicking, maybe blast out a few butt kickers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, shake out the legs and march it in place. Bringing that heart rate down. We have just 2 more rounds. We're gonna do some nice side-to-side moves. Then we're gonna do a last round of jogging, but we're all gonna do the butt kickers with some hammer curl arms, okay? So we're gonna go out, wide legs, kind of a wide hop side to side to really get those lateral hip muscles working. These are so important, these side hip muscles, the gluteus medius and minimus and the side hip muscles, the tensor fasciae lata, all these muscles are so important for your posture and your balance. So we really want to work these side to side muscles. Sometimes they're missed for runners who tend to kind of go straight ahead, but we want to go side to side as well as straight ahead. So wide legs, relax that pelvic floor, deep breath in, and then exhale, lift your pelvic floor, draw everything in, nice and strong, and wide legs, side to side, wide, and I like to add some arms, go out, in, stay low. See how I'm real low. I'm kind of leaned forward a bit. My bum is sticking back. Knees are not going beyond my toes too far. Keep breathing. Stay really low. This is gonna make it be like a last blast. You're really gonna feel this one. Strengthening the triceps and the shoulders with this arm move. Full body workout here, you guys. Stay low. About 10 more seconds. Light on your feet. Engage through the core. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, like I said, we have one more round of jogging. If you're just done, if you just had it, then you can just jog. But if you wanna do your last blast with me, then you're gonna do butt kickers and hammer curls. So thumb up toward your shoulder as you are doing your butt kickers. All right? But for now, we're just bringing our heart rate down. Wide legs, rocking the baby. Deep breath into your pelvic floor. Let's get this over with. Let's do it. Inhale, exhale, engage it all, and strong core. We are butt kickering and hammer curling. Let's go. Working those hamstrings, working the glutes, working the arms. Both arms at once. I'm gonna try to get my butt a little bit more. This engagement through the pelvic floor and core never feels like a clench, but you can feel a gentle, gentle activation. Maybe you want to even bring the arms a little more back. About 10 more seconds. Four, 3, 2, 1, and done. Wow, you did it. So walk around the room, and we're gonna end with some very gentle stretches and a core and arm strengthener. Walk it around. Deep breaths. Okay, so bring your legs nice and wide. You're gonna sit way down into this nice straddle squat. So don't let your knees go far beyond your toes and don't let them knock in. We wanna keep your knees tracking out over your third, even your fourth toe on each side. Your hands can be with your fingers pointing down or whatever's more comfortable for you. And I want you to straighten your one arm. So straighten, for me, it's my left arm and my right arm is bent. And really feel that inner thigh stretch. If your legs are sweaty like mine, you might need a towel to prevent your hands from slipping. But really feel this nice inner thigh stretch. And then come up and other side. So now straightening the other arm. Move your hands to whatever position feels good. Inner thigh stretch. And come on up with straight legs. You're going to keep your legs nice and wide. Lift through the pelvic floor, pull in the low abs, exhale, nice strong like that, and bend forward, fold forward at the hips. This is my left hand. It's right down underneath my chest. So left hand on the ground, or it can be up on a block, a yoga block. Bring it there, right hand on the hip. Inhale, lengthen your spine, so my back is actually flat like a tabletop. Inhale again, and then exhale, gently twist, pulling in your low belly, and maybe you can reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. Breathe, look up at the hand, or you can keep your head looking down at the floor. One more breath in and out. And now right hand down replaces the left. Inhale, straighten your spine. Exhale, left hand on the waist. Inhale, straighten the spine again. You're like a tabletop. Exhale, draw the belly button toward the spine and twist. Maybe that left hand reaches up toward the sky. About 3 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, hand down. Strong core, you're gonna walk your hands forward until you are in a plank position with your legs nice and wide. Now maybe you just stay right here. Maybe you make sure your hands are wide beneath your shoulders, and maybe you do 3 little push-ups. So bend your elbows and then exhale, press up. Make sure your core is strong. Elbows point toward the back of the room. And then walk your hands a little closer together, bend your knees, and walk your hands back. At this point, heel toe your feet together, and let's gently come down onto the floor. And we're gonna move into a very simple stretching series. So this is my right leg, it's bent in front of me. Left leg is beside me, so I'm kind of like a mermaid sit, I always feel this is. I'm gonna come down onto my elbow and grab my ankle. So a nice quadricep stretch. So feel this nice quad stretch, stretching out the front of your thigh. Try not to sink into the shoulder. You wanna stay nice and lifted out of the shoulder. Neck is long. One more deep breath. And now let's straighten the left leg. This is my left leg, the one that was being stretched, out in front of you. We're gonna do a figure 4. Inhale, exhale, lift your pelvic floor, pull your belly button to your spine, and come forward just to the point where you feel a stretch in your hamstring, the back of the leg. So sometimes this is even better with a strap around the ball of your foot. For me, I'm just gonna move forward to the point where I feel that nice stretch in the back of my leg. For some people, they won't have to come forward at all. Just by sitting up really tall on your sitting bones, you'll feel that stretch in the back of your leg, and that's just fine. But if you can come forward, it really helps to lift the pelvic floor and pull the low belly to the spine. Please do not skip this part. It's actually really an important part of your fitness session to stretch. You want to strengthen the muscles, and then you want to lengthen and release the muscles afterwards. Now inhale, come on up, and exhale, switch to the other side. So that mermaid sit again. This in itself is a really nice hip stretch. Let's go ahead and come onto the elbow and grab the ankle. Feel that stretch in the front of the quadricep, the thigh muscle. And remember, don't sink down into your shoulder. You want to stay nice and lifted. Nice deep breaths. And then come on forward, swing that leg forward. We're gonna move into our figure 4. So you wanna sit up nice and tall, facing over that leg. So not like this, but actually facing over the leg, sitting up tall. Inhale, exhale, lift the pelvic floor, pull belly button to spine, and fold forward. Feel that stretch in the back of the leg. Again, for some people, you're gonna be down here. For other people, you're gonna be up here, and that's plenty. If you have a strap, a yoga strap or a belt, you can also wrap that around the ball of your foot, and that really helps. Just do what your body feels best doing. Just make sure that you're breathing steadily and feel like you're melting into the stretch. Imagine your muscles and tendons softening around the bones and joints. Picture everything just softening and releasing. That's really what stretching is a softening and releasing of the fascia, the muscles, the connective tissues, just softening and releasing. If you notice holding anywhere, maybe in your hip joint, let it go. One more breath. And then walk yourself up. Bring both legs out to the side, nice and wide, and just drop one knee at a time. I like to call this windshield wiper to just finish up your stretching, letting it all go. Really pressing one knee at a time down toward the ground. This feels really nice on your back and your hips. keep breathing. And I just want to congratulate you for getting through that fun workout. I had a great time with it, and remember, it's a really nice way to ease into a running routine, a running program. If you are new to jogging, or if you're getting back into jogging, especially after if you've developed maybe a mild pelvic organ prolapse and you want to start jogging again, you can, ultimately under the supervision of maybe a women's health physical therapist or a personal trainer who's really specializes in women's health and pelvic health. That's ideal. However, if you're doing it on your own, just listen to your body. And if you ever feel like you're pushing yourself too far, that means there's a reason. You need to listen and you need to back off a step. So please just listen into your body, tune in, slowly progress, slowly make things a little bit more challenging for yourself, and you will see results and you will be so proud of yourself. And you're going to be doing it in a safe way that's going to keep you moving for your whole life. And that really is the ultimate goal. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out my playlists for more. Subscribe to my channel and like this video. Share it with a friend. That's the most important thing you can do, is spread the word about this safe core and pelvic floor friendly fitness. There is room for everyone here at Fem Fusion Fitness, so please come on over, check out what I have to offer, and if you'd like to get in touch with me, just check out all the resource links in the video notes or the video description below this video. Thanks again for watching, and remember, as always, eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter. I'll see you next time.